What's up, guys, and welcome to Up to Speed Show, where we sit down with amazing people in this industry. Today, we are talking about fashion, and we have the one and only Dorothy Oliech, who is the founder of Mochez Models. And as you can see, she's my good friend and the most beautiful woman. Welcome to the show, Mama.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm good, and I really love your place. Sijai kuwa hapa, but it's good to appreciate. Now, let's start the interview. You started as a model.
Yeah.
Give us an experience of your modeling era and how it worked then.
There are a lot of challenges, I'll say. And to be like, where I am right now, I'll say like we went through a lot. And I passed all the stages where, like being usher, it's like first of all being at KICC with that cold.
Standing. Yeah. I hope you guys were being paid better then.
Welcome and run back. Like it's yeah, we're being paid. That was not that much, but we are being paid. But we did a lot. And also like that time also I worked with Liz Ogumbo before Alan Donovan. But I worked with Liz Ogumbo also. So we got a lot of stuff. And also Grace Makosai with the late. Also I'll say that. And then Fafa, I did Fafa, Fashion for Peace. And then...
So this is the first and the second Fafa?
I did both Fafa.
Both Fafas, yeah. Because after that, it really watered down.
No, and also like, I think during Fafa is when I realized where my energy is.
Which is?
Backstage and production. And really, it's like, I was like, you know what? I really like it. And I love the pressure. And I was like, I really... And I was like, no. So one day we were at National Park. And I was backstage. And I really enjoyed it that day.
Nice.
And I was like,
So was this the point where you said, Imanena modeling menichosha, now I want to do backstage managing and managing models? Was this?
Yeah, it was also point? Like the beauty of seeing, like, when you train models and you're seeing them out there and you're seeing your work. It's so beautiful. Like, it's really, you see
the transformation of this show you've been working for, and then now it comes to life.
And I love the pressure.
I don't like the pressure.
I love it. Because, like, imagine if I'm doing an event and there's no pressure, and like what I always feel like, if you're doing an event and you see everything going smoothly, I even told you that before. I was like, boy, everything is going smooth. Something
you think it's a setup. Kuna kitu italipuka.
This is gonna happen. And like, but at least it happened before, then you know how to control it. But I love that pressure. When things are going slow,
I don't like the pressure. I like when things are, because there's a lot of planning before the show goes live.
Yeah.
So that is the time when I deal with all the difficult stuff. When the show happens, I'm good with it. So hence, I like smooth running shows.
No, it's smooth. And also, boy, like, it can't just go smooth all the way.
I know it can be perfect.
Yeah, it has to, like...
But the major issues, you deal with it before. Anyway, how many models did you start with when you started your agency?
I went Parkside, and like, it was me and Susanna. And then, so I met Odak. Odak was running Kenya Performing Arts Group. There was a dance group. So Susanna introduced, we were talking, they were having a drink, having conversation. Then Odak goes like, hey, by the way, why don't you come to National Theatre and see what I do? And they were doing something in Korokocho. I don't know whether Korokocho or what, but one of the slums, and like there were dance going on.
So it was a dance group.
Yeah, then like also they're looking for this Miss Korokocho or something like that. So like, so it's okay, fine. I told him, fine, I'll come. So the next day, I went to National Theatre. And I went to the studio and seeing these girls, young guys dancing and doing the stuff. And I was like, wow. I asked Kodak, what do you think if models can do the same? So we put dance together.
And modeling.
It's only about catwalk, but we like, infuse.
These models can model, but at the same time they can dance. That's clever.
So then I was like, okay. Then I went talk to Jen. Then was ready. We were signed with with Lizo Gumbo.
Jen Onyango.
Yeah. Beryl.
Hi, Jen.
All Kina Beryl. Everybody was there. Kina. Wow. Derek I said to no. Derek was not there, but Derek heard about it. Also, we sat down and I said, like, you know what? One day, why don't you meet at the National Theatre?
With Derek Aseto.
No, Derek was not part of it. But I had like, how many were we? If I'm not wrong, we are 20 or 15.
20 to start. Wow.
50. Yeah, we start and like so. And then Dark gave us a space. We got a dance instructor. We started. That time we don't even have a name.
So you knew this is how it's gonna be, but still you had not named it.
No, exactly.
Mochez Models.
Yes. Yeah.
So mlikuwa mnaita nini?
Hakuna, kulikuwa tu hapo.
Mulikuwa tu. Hey, watu wametoka mbali. So what point?
What point is like now the late? What is his name? That guy died. He was part of the models. What is his name? May God rest his soul in peace. I forget his name, but like so sad. But anyway, so we sat down with him. I was like, you know what? So it was like, it's okay, fine. So because models, tunacheza. Okay, so tuite models tunacheza. So it was models tunacheza.
So in full, models tunacheza.
Yeah. So we realized, I was like, this name is too long.
It's too long. And then mnaweza mistakiwa na wachezaji. So hawa ni models wa football wanacheza.
So models tunacheza. So then that's why Mochez came from. Mochez came from models tunacheza. So we picked the name. We picked the
more for models and then cheza. So chase. That's a clever mix. Models tunacheza. Mochez.
Yeah, Mochez.
That's interesting. I like the story behind it.
What I've come to realize, even if you've seen it.
Yeah.
We start with models. Maybe we start with like, we're training, like we're doing academy. We say like we start with how many? We have 30 models or something like that. Yeah. But we'll end up with how many?
Like 10. on a good number, half of them like 15 if they were 30.
They drop.
They just drop, and most of them actually self-eliminate. Wanajitoa tu vizuri. You don't even have to do anything.
No. So it's happened like that. And one day, so I called Bilay, because Bilay, former General Motors, director of General Motors, I called him. I said, like, but I'm doing something. And why don't you come and sit? If you think like it's okay, I can go forward with it, or like just idea. Like, come and sit.
So to come and review it for you. If it is going to work, you just give it and move on.
I just know what? I just move forward. So one day at National Theatre, General Motors, people comes in, the park, silent, what's going on? They come into studio. Do you know we launched Hammer? In series, we launched that.
So he came and approved it, and gave you a job.
Yes,
wow. Big up, Billy. Big up.
We launched the Hammer in series. We launched that all. We did the launching.
So when Baba alikuwa nakimbia hii town na Hammer, ni nyinyi ndo mlilaunch.
And we danced and we did a show.
So some of the models were taken as dancers and others as models. They did the dancing and then went back.
We did the dancing, and we also we had dancers dancing with us. Once you look for tall one, and like the funny part, boy, akiamu kuwa tutamaze kuwa inaitwaje? Kuwa amateur.
New to the game. Mulitumiwa?
No, tuliplipwa vizuri, but tulifanya kila mtu make up mpaka dancers, everybody.
So you guys were not prepared.
No, we did everybody did makeup.
Their own makeup. So
we had a makeup artist. Both male and female. So like the client is like, so now the only female they can tell with the breast there, but
men did makeup like
we did makeup with gloss.
Oh no.
I swear, Dorothy Oliech, I'm sorry.
Oh no. Yeah. So after getting this big job with General Motors, I know running an agency, it's hard. It's not an easy thing to do. And people see models out here or see you doing big shows and they assume, that thing, see, I can just start my own thing and make it big. But I know it's not easy because I've worked with you. What are some of the challenges you have encountered since beginning your agency?
A lot, especially, and it goes also with the models. The models can really drive you nuts. Being a model and everything, I think also that's helped me a lot because, like, you know, I know if a model is playing me and lying, I know this one. I've been there, I've done that. And also, like, the thing whereby, let's say you like Mochez, we've trained models for more than 8 years and none of them are paying. They don't pay.
Yeah, they don't pay
when
for
you train
training
them for free, and then the next thing, what you see there, on your face, they don't appreciate.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And you know that.
Yes, because some of them become entitled.
Exactly.
Free training.
Exactly.
Which is not, it's not sustainable in Kenya to do free training.
No,
but
exactly.
you do free training.
No, which I'm not doing anymore. 2022. No, boy, they're paying.
2022.
Yeah, they're paying. Because at the end of the day,
how much are you charging for your training? For someone
a package is 20,000. So but anyway, first of all, they'll call Mochez and everything I'll give and all that stuff on, and they get their certificate. They go, and I'm training all plus size. If you're short, you want to whatever. We're gonna.
So so that's a new service. Just training and going. You don't have to sign up.
No, if you're qualified, sign and everything, and I know I can make something out, I'll sign you. In fact, we're doing a package for by the end of January, which I think we're gonna have training. It's gonna run for 2 weeks. So I think we're gonna cut it bit by bit, but it's gonna cost around 20,000 because, like, there's all this grooming, there's all this stuff, and inviting even you'll come in because we have different people. We have photography whereby they've been to train out, like, for commercial, what to do when you're going for casting, how you're supposed to,
Yeah.
Uzuri
There's no modeling school in Kenya.
Yeah, but leave alone that Uzuri ni, you've been there.
Yeah.
And you've done it, and you've seen what's happening to us. It's like you're part of Mochez, boy. I'll say that. Your family. And you see, we train a model and we walk going somewhere for an event, and that model you're training sign a contract like they do with Mochez, but they don't like.
But they do not actually.
And you see that model on the catwalk already until, like, you're like, what the?
You're not supposed to cast. So there's no loyalty.
Not at all.
Agencies.
Not at
anymore.
Not at all. And also, like, if you have a contract with me. You have a contract already, signed contract with Mochez for 2 years. Why would you go if already you have an agency? The work of agency is supposed to protect you.
Yes.
If I'm not wrong, yeah? So now if you go sign a contract with some other people doing some work, then you're banned there, you're paid by. So you're coming to me, I can't help you.
No, you can't help because the contract was with you. Then you went, took a side job.
Exactly.
Then you're underpaid.
Yes.
Then they come complaining to you.
Then
it can't work.
What am I supposed to do?
That can't work.
But also what with our other people also, I say, like, ourselves, I'll say that. We're not really, in our industry, we're not really nice to each other, I'll say that. Because if you know very well, this model has been trained with Mochez and all that stuff. And the model herself told you very well, by the way, I'm from Mochez. Why don't you just call the agency and say, by the way, I want to work with the model and all that. So why do you go behind? It's hatuwezi endelea.
So industry na die, in short. We've just talked about models disloyalty. What's the perfect size of an international model? Now, this we're not talking about plus size, our hostessing, because this is the other kind of modeling. We are talking about wale wa kitambo. You want to be Naomi Campbell.
You have to.
What is the size in terms of height, bust, waist, hips?
It's like from height, I say from if you're 5'7", my dear, you have to be that.
You must have that age look, like striking. Kabisa.
And
so 5'7"
and 5'8" and above. And
when you say above, tutafika mpaka 6'11", 6.
First of all, 6 also is a bit tricky because I remember when Susan Selu was in Milan, the problem here, because she's 6'2".
Yeah.
And the problem, like, there was no outfit, like, nobody wanted to work because she's too tall.
She's too tall.
Yeah.
So again, being too tall is a problem.
A problem, yeah.
Being too short is a problem. So let's just say between 5, they take 5'7". If you have striking look,
but you have to be the
look has to be there.
It's a striking whereby you see, like,
and we're like, I want her.
Yeah.
And then the normal one is 5'7" to 5'11" up with you. So 6 feet, 6'2" is a stretch.
Look at this model. What's her name? Modi. Have you seen Modi's features? She's striking.
Yes.
Even when Kimathi saw, look at a picture, it goes like, what? Wow, Dorothy, this is international. This is a runway. And there's this commercial, and there's like, but, and Mochez, we need to get that, because now what we have, mostly we have commercial models.
When you say a striking face features, they'll be like, striking, everyone can be striking. You're striking, I am striking. Why are we not Naomi Campbell's?
Hey,
what is striking? Like, because wanasemanga, for normal people, they say, when you see the sharp jawbones, the long neck, and the beautiful African features.
Like, you see, the neck, the cheekbones.
Yeah, cheekbones.
It has to be like, even if you're dark, you're light, but it has to be something like the beauty. I don't know, beauty in a way. How do I say? Yeah? Like it's your own beauty, whereby you look at.
You're beautiful, but at the same time, I cannot place.
You can't call it ugly. I can't say that. Sorry. Yeah, but it's true. Yeah.
But most people say they're not beautiful. The runway models.
Yeah, that's.
There are those ones who are really beautiful, like dolls.
Then that can't
and
work.
Then there are those who are like.
They're beautiful until you look. It's like
they're so beautiful, like they look like a doll.
Yeah, but
and then kunai see beauty. I can't say it's not beauty, but it's aginess.
There's that thing, I don't know how to explain it.
It is agey, striking, and then
it's even the way Mezuba, because I'm seeing it on my face. I'm seeing it.
But we can't describe it. But we know it. When you're going to pick international models, we know international. And then the dark skin that shines.
The black beauty.
Yeah. And Ankumbusha, the former Miss Kenya that we signed.
Magdalene.
Yes. Have you seen her skin?
Yeah, she's stunning.
Shines.
And I really love her. She's a very straightforward model. Yeah. A lot of respect. I really,
Magdalene, big up. Maintaining a slim figure is hard, especially when you get to a certain age as a model. Mimi niliona niingie hapo fitness, hapo hivyo kukua Serena Williams, nitakuwa hii maneno ya modeling. Imenichosha. So how does a model maintain their figure?
Hey, boy, that's like really don't want this. I don't want these kids to stop, because models, the way you guys eat.
Guys, yes, we eat.
Hey, boy, maintaining figure. I think models are just, if you're born skinny, you're born skinny. Because look at backstage, how people eat.
Models actually eat a lot.
Yeah, and like
contrary to what people think,
they
eat a lot. But there's some guys who reach a certain point, then they start starving themselves.
That's so wrong.
So they lose the natural
that's
good
why the
figure
and all this stuff. Yeah?
Yeah.
There's like, for example, when you see, like, for example, if you put models to stand and you're doing training, all that stuff, you're starving yourself. The next thing will collapse. You fall down and all that's like,
and then you actually lose the normal body features in terms of you are looking healthy, then you look
me, I prefer if you want to diet, do a diet, but eat.
Yeah.
Don't deny yourself food because you want to be skinny.
It won't work.
And also your face, even the beauty
and
everything, it will dry, because you're going to have a dry skin and all this. So like, this one is dying for anger, but it's not right. It's a bit of pity. What does eat? They eat.
So there's no specific diet you can give them?
I don't want to. Then they'll start going, that Dorothy told us, there's no way.
Okay, musikule carrot, mukule.
Proper.
Na watch out.
No, but they eat, boy.
Yes, I know. Pizzas in a disappear. Come backstage. Can modeling be a full-time job in Kenya, or do you need another job while modeling?
You need another job while modeling. It's not really, because look, for example, for the past 2 years when the COVID came in, for the past year, we've not worked. It's been just small job. You cannot. I'd advise really look for something else to do. 2019 was good, was picking up, and we were so busy.
2019 was really awesome.
But now with everything now going on now,
have another job if you are planning to be a model. What happens when your model is scouted by an international agency?
Yeah.
So wako hapa Nairobi, they're working under Mochez, and then kidogo they want the model in Milan, in SA. What happens?
So there's a contract which we sign with I'm the mother agency, so the international agency, so we communicate. So there's a contract and all the jobs coming in and all that stuff. So come through Mochez. And also
so you are the mother agency.
Yeah.
So this international agent has to talk to you.
Yes, exactly.
Then you sign a different contract.
Exactly.
And then?
So now models, so like
when
she has a contract with Mochez. Mochez have a contract with the international agency, and this model also will get a contract with the international agency. So like I have to see that, and I have to go through it and all that stuff. Both our lawyers has to do it. And also now we have percentage whereby like, you know what, if this model get this job, this goes for Mochez and this goes for that.
So akienda Milan atembe vizuri, when she's paid, some salary in a katwapo sent to you.
Exactly.
And you earn from that.
Exactly.
What if akifika Milan, I change agency naende
Wamefanya wengi.
Ama hashiki simu zako.
Wamefanya wengi, hashiki simu.
So once they go MIA or they go rogue, so what happens?
So you just look at them. What do? I can't do, like, for example, boy.
You can't even talk to the mother agency in your sign contract now.
It's not I'm the mother agency. I'll talk to the other agency. I'll talk to the other agency, yes. But what if, like, also these girls, they're very tricky. Maybe akifika huko, aone, akimbia ende for different agency. Awache huyo. So what do?
Becomes a whole issue hapo hivi.
And like, I'm telling you, that's why
it is hard to keep up
wakienda
hapo hivi.
And the way they protect it, I'm afraid I did it by my own.
We've said earlier, loyalty to local agencies is a myth. Yani watu kuwa loyalty with your agency, it is hard.
All several. I'm not talking about
even not yours alone. Even other people who have agencies, they're complaining about the same issues.
Exactly. I think
there's no loyalty.
We need to figure out how can we work together? Because for me, it's like how do we build each other? We need to move forward.
Yeah.
We cannot be on the same spot, complaining about the same thing for years. You understand?
Yeah.
How do we move forward? Like, for example,
so how do you work with another agency if, let's say, your model has gone to an audition for a different agency and they've been picked, and then this agency have been good enough to give you that phone call and say, Dorothy, I have your model here. So how do you work? How does that go?
We work on a contract and feel like what's going on, what's happened, what the model is going to do and all that stuff. And that agency, when they take the model, so normally what happens is this. If I'm doing a show and I'm out of models and I'll call I'll call a different agency looking for models, or I'll call Leaky looking for models. So if I get models from them, so what happened when
you agree on a percentage?
Exactly. So when I get my 20%, then I give them 10%, I keep my 10%.
Aha.
You understand? So everybody's happy.
Yes, because most agencies, you deduct 20% from the model.
Yeah.
So if the model is not yours, you give the other agency 10% and you maintain 10%.
Exactly.
Akiwa yako, fully 20%.
Yeah.
Are there models you have trained that are now working internationally?
Yeah, many.
Okay, who?
I start with Susan Oselu, Judith Knuthia, Laura Njili. I don't want to mention a lot. They're many. They know themselves. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wakwe loyal.
Yes, sir.
Loyal.
Yes, sir.
We've just said the COVID pandemic was really bad. The past 2 years, you've not been making money.
Not.
How did you survive during COVID?
So I'll say I'll be grateful for, I'll say Jimmy, my husband, because also it's in advertisement, I'll say that. So we do a bit of small commercial and all that stuff. And also these ushering jobs for the models, whatever. So a few Mochez models were there. And also I say the Sky Girls magazine, I really appreciate. Because when we started the Sky Girls, that was 2020 in October.
At the peak of COVID.
COVID, yes.
Watu wamedry, wewe umepata a job.
Yeah, and so the beauty of it, because it's a teenager magazine, and they're it's from age from 13 to 17. And
so you supplied them with young models.
I did also, and I do wardrobe.
So you're a stylist.
Do you want to see the magazine? I did 5 magazine.
Nice.
Sky Girls. Yes.
Stylist extraordinaire ndio huyo.
Yes, the magazine, 5 magazine, I'm the one who did the wardrobe. And also sister show. They have a sister show. And I did also the wardrobe.
Nice. So at least you got a different way
So I'll say like
to earn money
exactly.
other than providing models.
But like the way we used to do our shows and all that stuff, it went south.
Let's hope 2020
we pray.
Fashion shows are coming.
No,
back.
we're gonna do a lot because even the
2022.
we have one coming in April, 15th.
Oh, nice.
I'll give you the full info after we're done here.
Nice. What's the future of modeling in Kenya? Looking at your face, ni kama hakuna future.
No, there's future, yeah, but only that like also our models have to be loyal. Like I say that our fashion industry, it's coming up. Things are changing. I say that. But if the COVID, like, do you remember 2019, the way like the fashion industry was a peak?
It was really booming. It was going.
Yeah, so I think for me at this moment, like let's see how 2022 is going and let's aim our models to be out there and send them international. That's my dream.
Nice.
And at this moment, because it's just January, I can't say what's the future of modeling and fashion, but you know what? It's us people to make it happen. Exactly. It's us to make, like, you know.
It is you guys to create good structures.
Exactly.
Zenye models watalipo poa locally and internationally.
Yes.
But now your structures is non-existent.
Yeah, we have to work on that. We have to, like, for me, I'll say, like, let's sit together and let's build ourselves and let's build the industry.
Yeah.
And work together. No.
You need.
We work together.
There was a hashtag a while back where...
Was it 2019 or 2018?
I think... I'm confusing, but one of the two.
But was it for commercial models?
It was both. It was both. It was basically the industry was not paying models, they're not receiving any funds.
So now, for example, yeah.
So in short, my question is, how can a model know this is a legit agency na hii ingine ni agency ya uongo?
So now the best thing to do, first do your research and good research, proper. And also like if you know models who are like former models who have been there or models are around, so find out and ask them like who's the best agency should I join? And you know.
From there at least you know how to go.
Exactly. And also go online and check. We're on Instagram, check Mochez. It's not bad.
By the way, do your research. Ingia hapo social media. Ingia hapo
so many
search to modeling agency in Kenya zita pop up.
Yeah.
You see. Okay. Don't be lazy.
Yeah.
Lastly, ya mwisho.
Finally.
Hey. Umesema ni kama nimekutocha sana.
Finally, Nyamasai, but I love you. You know that.
Yes. What advice will you give upcoming young models who want to join e-industry?
Yeah.
Hao ni watu wako high school ama watu wanamaliza high school na they see themselves as Naomi.
What first I'll say, if you have a contract with an agency, please kindly respect that and follow and work with your agent. Don't be here, there. Uko kila pahali. Okdonji, aisaidi.
Okdonji.
And number one, study hard. Go to school. Don't drop out of school because of modeling. No. Continue with your education and also have a backup plan. You know, sometimes, like, you know, nowadays, these young girls, they wake up, they take a picture and, like, you know, the word, they believe they're models. That's also another part.
Yeah.
And what I'll say again, if you have an agency and you have a contract with the agency, kindly respect that and make sure you work with the agency very close. That's when, like, you know, when there's job coming and everything and all that stuff,
you'll be the first to get the call.
Exactly. And also remember something whereby, like, you know, for me, I remember when we used to carry our heels everywhere, you know? No, boy, remember?
Yeah.
And this one, they come with sneakers, no heels.
You can't be a model on sport shoes. Vaa sport shoes fika, chuktoa heels kwa handbag, piga job.
Imagine. Like, for example, boy, if you go to school and you don't have a pen,
No, it can't work. Why am I in school?
Because if, for example, I tell you, like, I want to see model, like, for example, now we have casting. A model will come for casting without heels. What am I supposed to do with that model?
It won't work.
So if I chase you away, and also what's something I'll say to advise the models, if you're supposed to be somewhere by 10 o'clock,
keep time.
Kindly be there by 10 o'clock.
Actually, don't be there at 10.
No, be there before 10.
9:50.
Yeah, be there before 10.
9:40. Be there. Get prepared. Ingia hapo kwa loo.
Exactly.
Do
but if
freshen up. And
boy, the funny part that meeting at 10 and somebody's coming at 1.
No, that won't work.
Get. Yeah, no, you have this, like, respect and discipline is very important. And this thing of, like, you do one show, then toke kwa magazine hapa na you're a celeb, now ushikiki boyo kamenda.
Commander.
You can't touch that one. But you've seen all of this.
I have seen. I was once a model and then now I'm a podcaster hapa hivi. Anyway, Dorothy, thank you for gracing our small podcast here. And lazima tuende tukakule hiyo chakula. Tuna njaa. Thank you guys for watching, and I shall see you guys on the next video. Please subscribe and hit the bell button. Then you'll get all the notifications about the show. See you guys.
Bye-bye.